From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a big morning of Mornings LA with incredible great news about your stimulus check update at 2021 and the new concerns about the South African variant in this recording. Breaking news as the South African variant has now been identified in Italy as Israel shuts down its entire borders. Countries are clamoring and moving quickly, but is the president enough? In this recording, we'll see the latest details and the breaking news about Omicron, revealing its latest spread from South Africa to Belgium to Italy to Hong Kong, and now believed in U.S. territories, but not yet identified. All the latest details and what it means for you and your recon. The latest details for this big morning is that Americans need this recon done quickly. And that's what the president now sees on his agenda. Getting that recon done quickly out of the Senate that now has the recon. Amidst the concerns about the spread of the scariest variant we've had to date, with 10 mutations compared to Delta that had 2. The Senate changes will be robust, with no less than 4 items being revealed. Expansion of Medicare, and now the number one senator in the equation says yes, he's putting in an MSC. It's breaking this week. It's breaking this weekend. The recon so far has at least maybe $50,000 to $60,000 of checks. And for the first time ever in the history of this channel, I have a reveal I have never thought possible. You knew that third stimulus has gotten viewers on average $45,000, but today you're going to meet one viewer who has helped now a total of 32 other people, friends and families. He is not a volunteer, he's just a random viewer. And he has gotten those viewers close to $1 million today. The breaking news on Mornings. Then we'll be turning to student loan debt forgiveness, the latest on that. And then fifth stimulus, the latest that could come in January, just around the corner. You need that because that COLA benefits is not going up enough. I have all those details and more as we have a big recording with the spread of the variant, the breaking news about inflation, and now worries about the concern of stagflation. What does it mean for you? I have all the breaking news and the one viewer's big success of $1 million from third stimulus for helping other people across the board. It's a big, bold, wonderful broadcast direct from Santa Monica this morning, and I'm excited you're here, and this is Mornings LA. Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a beautiful weekend, and here we go. The recon has passed the House of Representatives off to the Senate, and the Senate changes will be robust. No less than $15,000 are in the House bill, but you're going to see in this recording quickly that there may be upwards of $50,000 to $60,000 of checks in this incredible House bill before we get to the Senate. And then I've been telling you how viewers are getting thousands of dollars this week to pay their bills, and now you're going to meet one viewer who helped 32 friends and family get nearly $1 million in recent weeks. It's a testament to the power of the purple. Student loan debt forgiveness, the latest details on that, and then we turn to fifth stimulus. You need that fifth stimulus because guess what? Your COLA benefits are going up in January. If you've not received the letter, what does that mean for you? I have the latest details. Those details and more, plus a preview of Holidays LA today at 11 a.m. We got a big recording. I'm excited you're here. And with that, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of the third biggest financial news channel in America. Today, it's LALATE. Like this video and consider becoming a member. Here we go. In this recording, we're going to go over the details of the breaking news out of South Africa. Brand new today. It's coming up later in a second. But let's start first with that recon. The recon passed in the House of Representatives and now is in the Senate, and the senators vowed to add a lot more checks in there. And while this channel has been saying there's about $15,000 of checks, you're going to see that the House bill may have upwards of $50,000 to $60,000 of checks already in there before the Senate add-ons come with that potential MSC. Hazard pay got in there. $4,000 of elder care got in there as well. $4,000 of care for young children got in there. The Pell Grant for my college students, $850 check for them, $550 check for them. The money for the low-income housing, yes, you're going to have free home repairs. Wonderful. Then they got in there big money for the CTC, the child tax credit, one more year of that, and then the $12,500 for the purchase of an electric vehicle. And you're going to see in a second, it's a front end check. Wow, how do you get this money? Stay with me. I'm going to go over it all in just a second. We go to the first add-on, which comes to the illustrious Maxine Waters here from Southern California, and boy, is it a lot of money. It is money for the purchase price of your first home. Yes, she wanted $25,000. She got a little bit less. How do you get this incredible sums of money? I got it for you coming up in a second later in this video. Let's turn to those home repairs in cluster number 2. It's another type of home repairs and paid leave. They also got pre-kindergarten and the household tax credit. So what is this this time? What is this type of home repair? This one is for weatherize your home. That is to sustain natural disasters like having Mitch McConnell over for Thanksgiving. yeah, that is a disaster. No one eats lobster for Thanksgiving, Mitch, let alone for breakfast. Here we go to the second add-on at checks, and comes from the illustrious Bob Casey, and it's a lot of money. And what is it? It's $250 billion. No, he got a little bit less, but this is home health care, and this is incredible. This is free home health care for my seniors and people on disabilities. How do you get this money? It's coming up later in this video. Let's go to the third cluster of checks. Here we go. Seniors and free internet. Wow. This is the cluster I call the deliciousness cluster because there is so much money in there. Free school meals for all checks. Then we have cheaper prescription medication. We have farmers. We have the free internet. We also have the workers with independent contractors and the Medicare expansion. The Medicare expansion truly embodies the situation right now. Why? Because the House members got 2 items in for Medicare expansion, and the senators vowed to add 3 more. So the House members got in there hearing and the Medicaid gap states, and the senators vowed to add in there dental vision and also Medicare age dropping. Wow. Which brings us to our third add-on, and you know what that is. But did you know this? Chuck Schumer, who's the majority leader of the Senate, has told viewers over the last few months it's going in there. And MSC stands for multiple IRS stimulus check. But one viewer on our new hit show Holidays, which is now in its second season, it debuted 3 days ago, was in the live chat 2 days ago, and she called Schumer's office the day before Thanksgiving, spoke to a representative, advocated for your stimulus, and was told, oh, it's already going in there. Bernie Sanders is putting it in there on behalf of Leader Schumer. There you go. You need to advocate, as she said. You need to advocate. We've been told about the inclusion on the Senate side since the month of May, with WR calling up a viewer of this channel and speaking to Chris Coons, Brother Joshua speaking to Bernie Sanders, Lorica speaking to Bob Casey, and countless viewers talking to the 6 senators. The confirmation remaining the same. 6 senators, the 2 C's, Casey, Coons, Warren, Wyden, Sanders, Schumer, saying they're going to put it in there. But you need to still advocate because they could still change their mind. When they talk about the MSC, what are they talking about and for who and for what details? They're talking about at least 1 check or more. They are talking about the same eligibility as third stimulus. $75,000 or less got that third stimulus check. Single individual got it. Married couple got it. $150,000 or less, double it. Family of 4 got it, quadruple it. And if you were on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, you got that third stimulus check. Also adult dependents. They last mentioned $2,000 the first month, $1,000 thereafter for up to 6 months, but you need to advocate because guess what? That's what they want to hear from you. They want you to pick up the phone and call because guess what? They want your input. And now the ball's in their court. This is the time and place for the senators to make those moves after weeks of being in the House. They want you to make the move and make that advocacy. And let's read the message from the number 1 senator of the equation, his chief of staff in D.C., says the following about advocacy. They've received 3 million phone calls from the viewers of this channel, but you need to continue. They now have received between congressional senators' offices more advocacy from the LA Purple Power than the number of signatures in the American petition. They have a better understanding of what people are going through. They have heartbreaking stories in the LA viewers, and now they have voice in the people in LA as you have become too loud to be ignored. Please continue your encouragement for the continued advocacy as a professional voice of the people you have become, LA. Continue until this becomes law. Amen. What does that mean for us? It means you need to dedicate some time and effort to use the telephone. Telephone, best way. The best element of advocacy is on the phone with a staffer in the DC office of those 6 senators, advocating. This is what's going on with my finances, or my health, or my family, or my town, my business, my community. I need to tell you why I need 1, 2, or more. Don't use the word MSC. They may not know what you're referring to. Actually use complete sentences, normal language. Number 2. Second best is a voicemail. Much less in significance is an email, and the least significant is a tweet. So picking up the phone and calling is very important. Now, what's also important is for you to dedicate some time and effort to yourself to get your bills paid and to advocate for your wallet. And how do you do it? You do it by getting third stimulus. I brought back third stimulus into this channel about 2 weeks ago, and in the last 5 days, viewers have gotten thousands and thousands of dollars. One viewer getting over $10,000, and many viewers getting 3 items in just a few days. You can do it as well, because on average, the viewers of this channel have gotten have gotten $45,000 of checks for this incredible third stimulus recon. But in the second half of this video, you're going to see a story like you've never seen before on this channel. I've helped a lot of viewers. Volunteers have helped a lot of viewers, but I've never had another viewer do something like this. This viewer has helped 32 friends and family get close to $1 million from third stimulus. And it is an indication of what you can do for yourself as well. Get that pen and paper ready. The second half will go with student loan debt forgiveness. We're going to go over fifth stimulus. And what does it mean if you've not gotten that COLA letter from Social Security? We're going to go over the big programs on this recon so far. It may be a lot more than $15,000. We're going to go over the Senate changes, and we'll go over the passage of the recon. But we're going to go over the breaking news that is brand new today about what's going on with the variant from South Africa, what it signals about the U.S. economy, what it signals about inflation, what it signals about travel, and what it signals about the recon going into a new week. I'll be back with you in 60 seconds as Mornings LA continues.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.
And the excitement continues right now. It's the second half of Mornings LA as the House of Representatives passed the recon. We're off to the Senate, and those Senate changes will be robust. I'll show you the latest checks that are being added to a recon that may pay you upwards of $50,000 to $60,000, a lot more than the initial $15,000 we thought. We'll see a story we've never seen before on this channel as I show you $45,000 of checks you can get from third stimulus, but how one viewer helped families and friends get $1 million. Student loan debt forgiveness, the latest on that, and then that COLA raise, those details, and the breaking news out of South Africa. It's a big, bold, beautiful morning. I'm excited you're here. And with that, I also have a preview of something coming to Holidays LA. Subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record, and a year. And now, America's third most watched financial news channel in America. Hit that subscribe button right now, baby. Like the video and consider becoming a member. Coming up next is Noon is Holidays LA at 11 a.m. Then we got the 1 o'clock afternoon show, a brand new afternoons at 3, and a brand new evenings. So subscribe, like this video, and consider becoming a member. And here we go with the breaking news as we go into a new morning. The breaking news right now is the following, that the variant is spreading quickly. 2 days ago, this channel broke the breaking news that Omicron, a brand new variant of COVID, identified in the country of South Africa and spreading to neighboring countries. Now that spread has continued to grow. It is identified now in Belgium, Hong Kong, and Italy. In a series of interviews, we have not had an identified case in the United States, but it's believed to already be here, although not yet identified. There is less than 100 significant cases in Africa alone, but the spread of it is concerning because it has 10 mutations compared to Delta, which has only 2. Series of questions that people have been asking is, first, what's going on with the vaccines and the travel restrictions? First, let's go over the vaccines. First, as of the moment, we do not have clarity as to whether the current vaccines are sufficient enough to ward against the latest variant, and we will not know that answer for at least 30 days. But testing immediately started in South Africa and is now continued internationally by those medical companies. Moderna CEO Stefan Bancel says, for several days we've been moving as fast as possible to execute our strategy to address this variant. At issue is whether current immune systems are able to battle against this variant like Delta and Beta, or whether they need a Omicron specific booster shot just to battle this variant. Dr. Fauci says there's no indications in the United States, but it may already be here. It's identified in Hong Kong, it's identified in Belgium, it's identified in also Italy, which is brand new today. Travel restrictions immediately announced worldwide, and yet they have changed depending on which country you're referring to. Brand new today is that the country of Israel has shut down all borders completely, not just for African countries. So in the United States, our expansion is more broad than other countries. We have banned travel into the United States from South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Nambia, Lesotho, Eswatini, Mozambique, and Malawi starting tomorrow. So a lot of people were fleeing out of the country at the 11th hour that were U.S. residents. Maria Van Kerso, the WHO technical lead, says the variant has a large number of mutations, and some of these are very worrying characteristics. Immediately upon the news, Wall Street crashed 1,000 points on Friday. Cryptocurrency crashed dramatically 10%. And now the concerns are growing for you and us. Why? From an economic standpoint, several reasons. First, there's concerns of stagflation. What is stagflation? Stagflation has not yet started, but there's concerns about it. Stagflation is an environment in which there's inflation, but there's also no growth in the economy. At the moment, there's enormous growth in the economy, but a variant like this, which could cripple travel and leisure and could swarm over into other parts of the U.S. economy potentially, would then potentially slow growth but leave us with higher prices. That's stagflation, and that is a very bad economic environment. The president needs to take the lead, said lead analyst today, talking about the situation, because he did say in July that we were declaring our independence from COVID. We're not independent from COVID, and COVID's not independent from us anytime soon. So what is the president's message this week? One, he needs to get ahead of the ball game in this variant. Number two, he now signals the importance of getting the recon done quickly. And if you've been with this channel, since day one, it is events like this that usually help you and legislation get done faster because they sense the urgency, no time to twiddle your thumbs, time to get it done. So let's go over that incredible recon and the sense of urgency amongst the White House and Democratic senators now to get it done right off the board. The first provision in that's incredible. We're going to go over them, and we're going to go over each of these right now. These provisions are on the House side passed, and we're going to go over then the Senate provisions that are being added in there. On the House side, we're going to start with the incredible provision that is paid leave. It's a lot of money. It's $1,400 a week if you make $70,000 or more per year. $1,700 a week if you make $70,000 or more per year. $800 a week if you make $35,000 or more per year. $400 a week if you make $15,000 or more per year. How many weeks? Up to 4 weeks per year. Yes, that's $5,000 to $6,000 on the high end. And the great news is that you may qualify for it even if you're not a worker. Let me show you how. It's tangentially. If you live with your son or daughter, you're retired, you're not a worker, but they have to stay home from work once a week to take you to the doctor, they're going to get paid from staying home from work for the household, even though it's not directly a check to you, it's to them for the household. Wow, it's a lot of money. The next provision they got in there that's incredible is the SALT cap, currently $10,000 under the Trump administration 2017 tax overall. It'll be raised up to $72,500. That means you'll be able to deduct up to that amount in state and local taxes on your federal tax return. They got $40 billion of free job training in this incredible recon. Very important because Americans are quitting jobs to take higher paying jobs, and a lot of retirees are thinking of going back into the workforce, even part-time, even people on Social Security, and you'll be allowed to under fifth stimulus coming up later in this video. They got the Medicaid gap fix done, and that is those 12 Republican governor states where they refused to pay for Obamacare. They got it done by offering years of subsidized private insurance to low-income uninsured people in those states. That's the provision a lot of people always ask me about, insurance. They got it in there. And then we get to the best provision of this entire recon. It's $150 billion for housing. The first three provisions look familiar because they're from third stimulus, continued under fourth stimulus. Rent, utilities, mortgage assistance. The next three provisions are new. Home repairs, weatherize your home, and also the first-time home purchases. Let's start first with understanding that you don't have to wait for fourth stimulus to get the first three items because they're available right now, my friends. Under third stimulus. Yes, I'm going to show you how to get your bills paid right today. Rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, food, internet, and other items. I'm going to show you how to get your bills paid starting today. I'm going to do it a little bit differently today because we have a lot of incredible breaking news. The breaking news starts with the incredible items of that we have individuals who have gotten big sums of money, and then we have individuals who have helped other people get big sums of money. Kathy reveals today that, hello, I just got a round of rent and utilities paid for $5,000 for rent, and that's $700 for water and $486 for electric. Thank you. You are a godsend. Sincerely, Kathy. That is brand new today. You've never heard her story, and that is three items. But I want to quickly jump right to that lead story on this that you heard at the top of the hour. Johnny, who I featured on this channel a lot. I'm going to feature with you him in a little bit of a second, but let me tell you what he did. Overnight, he revealed to me that the following. I've been talking about you, LA, to my friends and families. As of today, I've helped 5 friends save their homes and put food on their table, and 3 family members thought it wasn't possible. They each got $57,000. Then he reveals that family members got $41,000 of rent, $7,000 for utility, $12,000 for SNAP. And that was just the start. Here is the new update he reveals today for the first time on this channel. Here is a new update for you, LA. Started after I helped with my mom. She's on SSI. My friend stopped by and asked what I was doing. Well, I told them all about LALATE, and it snowballed. I've helped with your channel 32 people. And the last count of the total money I've got to them is $850,000. That's rent, SNAP, water, and internet. That is the power of the purple. That is the power of helping people. That is the power of information. It's real. It's happening, and it's right here. And I'm going to show you how to be part of this incredible, groundbreaking effort by getting this rent, utilities, mortgage assistance. We'll start with eligibility. You qualify. Single, married, old, young, behind on bills, not behind on bills, red state, blue states, children, non-children. You qualify with the money, for the money. And we're going to start with the rent. Here you go. These were the numbers for rent about 3 months ago. They have grown to about $40,000 of rent. It's incredible. Then, where do you get this rent? Here you go. 6 places. City Hall, City House Authority. County Hall, County House Authority. State Hall, State House Authority. And the keywords you use are rent assistance because of COVID or mortgage utility assistance because of COVID. Next, you must do the following things. 1, reach out to all 6 places. 2, apply everywhere. Number 3, get multiple rounds. So if you got a round earlier this year, get another round. If you got a round yesterday, get a round with another organization. You can do it. Do the same thing for mortgage assistance. Here comes utilities. Yes, utilities have gone up a lot. They're upwards of $15,000. Mark's brother-in-law got $15,000. Mark, like Johnny, helped other people. And Mark's brother-in-law is a big success story. Here is SNAP. And there you go. It's gone up a lot. Mark's brother-in-law got $25,000 a year. He's going to get $250,000 over the next 10 years because of my recordings. What is SNAP? You want to get it. It's food. It's food. If you got a third stimulus check, you should not be paying for your own food. Third stimulus check, food, get it from Department of Agriculture. Get on SNAP. Reach out to them right away, and it is money for your food. Next, we turn to combo items. Here you go. Nisi and Art Sullivan started the trend. There were 3 items each they got. I told viewers to continue, get 3 items. Mark had 2 items at $32,000. Then he got a third, brought him to $50,000. Then he has continued to get more items. He's at over $100,000. Here's Lorraine. She was at 105. Now she's at 120. Which brings us to Johnny, which you saw in that lead in there. Johnny's inspirational story started months earlier. Months earlier, Johnny was one of 3 viewers who started the week at $0. By the middle of the week, they each had $45,000. But what I love about Johnny's story is he didn't stop. By the end of the week, he continued to call because he hears my recordings. He pays attention really well. He hears me to say, keep on calling, getting other rounds. And by the end of the week, he got 7 rounds of monies approved. Now, why do I like it? Because he made at least 15 phone calls. You're not going to get 7 out of 7. You're going to have some no's. You're going to have some rejections. So he had to have gotten at least 15 phone calls done in 5 days. And how much money did Johnny get for just himself? $80,000 in 5 days. $80,000 5 days. The next week, the story starts. And that's what leads up to what you hear today. The next week was when he first started telling other people. They said, what'd you do? I was watching his channel at LALATE. Oh, I know about him. What'd you get from him? He said $80,000. They said, from what? Third stimulus. They said, third stimulus, Johnny? There's no money in third stimulus except a $1,400 stimulus check. She says, yes, there is. Let me show you what it is, what he taught me. And then by the end of the week, they each became believers. They each got $50,000, those 2 family members. But now you see the rest of the family members have gotten $850,000 across 32 friends and families in recent weeks. You can do this as well. Why do those family members say that? Because LALATE is now the number 3 financial news channel in America, and the subject matter on this channel is geopolitical news, which you see on this channel. I don't cover. The number 1 channel is stocks. The number 2 financial channel in the nation, broadcast channel, is economic news. So number 1 channel covers futures trading, options trading. I don't cover it. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I don't cover it. And they don't cover much of what I record. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. They just don't cover it. And that is what's important to know, that they're not going to cover Bernie and MSC. They're not going to cover Liz Warren and student loan debt forgiveness. They're not going to cover Maxine Waters and buying a new home. They don't cover those subject matters. So let's go back into that first home, which is where we left off in Forced Stimulus Recon. 3 other provisions in there. First-time home purchases. This would be first-time home purchases and single-family residence, and it will be given to the seller during escrow. No income qualification now indicated so far. Weatherize your home. This is like what the windows, the glass, the roof, all income levels. And then finally, the low income community homes. If you live in a low-income community and you need home repairs, yes, this will be a grant. They got $150 billion of in-home health care for my seniors and also people on disabilities. They got a $550 check for the Pell Grant for the college students. And then comes one of the most fascinating provisions of the entire recon. It's really caused a lot of discussion on the channel. $12,500 checks to you for the buying of a new electric car. This is different than anything we've ever seen, folks. Previously, if you went in to buy an electric car and the sticker would say $30,000 minus $7,500 in federal rebates, meaning you have to pay $30,000, file a tax return, wait, twiddle your thumbs, and wait for the $7,500 to come back from IRS. This is different. This is not a rebate. This is at the time of purchase. So it means you go in, $30,000 minus $12,500, whammo. You don't pay $30,000. You pay $30,000 minus $12,500. Wow. The second part of this provision, I think, needs to get changed and is an issue at it. The issue is that I believe it violates U.S. trade policies with Mexico and Canada, which says you cannot discourage one good over another good. What's the good? The Ford Mustang a Mach-E, which is electric, being discouraged against in favor of the Cadillac Lyric. Sounds strange? It is. Both cars, U.S. Both cars, U.S. labor. Both cars built by U.S. unionized labor. And the only difference, one car is built in Mexico, the other one is built in Tennessee. I don't think you can do that. I think it violates parent policies about trade. Moreover, if you do it, then you're left with 3 cars that qualify under this recon provision. Doesn't make sense. They got $65 per child in there for tuition. Excuse me, for nutrition. And then that brings us to the best provision of this entire recon is that cheaper medication. Cheaper medication, day one. 20 medications will be slashed dramatically on Medicare Part B and Medicare Part D, the most expensive medications, like cancer, diabetes, and arthritis. You're going to see a dose of insulin go from $1,000 to $35 immediately. Then by year 2028, it will grow to 30 medications, and they cannot increase more than the rate of inflation. If they do, there's a penalty provision. Penalty provision? No can do, says Pat Toomey, the GOP senator. I think he's right. You can't put a penalty provision in recon. It may come out. Who may take it out this week? The Senate parliamentarian. She's likely also take out immigration reform, which she previously said cannot go by recon. Also at issue is the paid leave. We're going to see whether she leaves it in or not. But get that pen paper ready because I'm ready to get you some more checks. But first, those senators. The senators, the same 6 senators who want to give you an MSC, say it's a good recon. It's a really good recon. The best bill since the 60s. But it's missing major gaps. That's the comments from Casey, Coons, Warren, Wyden, Sanders, and Schumer. And that's why you need to advocate, folks, because they vow to add more checks. What are the checks they're going to add? I'm going to go over those in a second. But let's go over some more of those checks in this third stimulus recon so far. And here we go with the universal pre-kindergarten. 3 to 4-year-olds got that check in front end. Childcare got that back end check. Child tax credit, $3,600 approximately. Front end 1 year, got it in there. Earned income tax credit for hazard pay, back end check 1 more year. Home health care, got it in there. Covered benefit. The hearing aid, that will likely be a check. We went over the food for the children. We went over the Pell Grant $550, and we went over the housing. So what are the 3 provisions that Bernie vows to add in on the Senate side in addition to that MSC? He vows to add in there Medicare expansion, lowering eligibility age, dental, and vision. First, Bernie wants to drop the Medicare eligibility age from 65 to 55. I don't think he can do that. I think it's too abrupt and too big and bold and expensive. Bob Casey wants to do 60. I think that works. Then he wants to do 10 years of full dental benefits. Oh, too expensive. 3 years of full benefits, he offered. I think that works. Absolutely. The last offer on the table for dental was a check of $850 to you if you're on Medicare. I don't think that works. Doesn't cover most procedures. And then we turn to vision. And I examine a pair of frames per year, says Bernie. Done. $150, I say. Send it out once a year. That caused a lot of controversy. It was Frame Wars. Frame Wars returns back to this channel this coming week. But let's turn to that executive order that could come its own way next week. Student loan debt forgiveness. The president has offered $10,000 of student loan debt to be forgiven by executive order. Democrats should take it. He previously forgave student loan debts for individuals who became disabled. People went to work in the nonprofit sector. People went to work in the public sector. 10 years after graduation, the latest offer should be taken by those Democrats. This stimulus. Have you not gotten that letter from Social Security? Do not worry. You don't need the letter to get the step up of COLA. It's just a, by the way, letter to you. Your benefits are going up 5.9% on January 1. This is you if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security Railroad benefits. But it's not enough. That's why they need fifth stimulus. This stimulus is coming right behind it. At first, it's to raise your benefits up to get you caught up. Then it will apply to new benchmark. New benchmark inflation starting December 2022 and would be applied every December, likely 2 to 3% inflation next December. That means you would get 3 step-ups in 1 year. They're going to remove the asset cap and remove the income cap and remove the marriage penalty. And love is going to win, and you'll be able to marry your longtime love interest and no longer fear the marriage penalty. Finally, if you haven't become a member, what are you doing? Consider becoming a member. The newsletter link and the membership is under this video. Actually, the membership link is under this video. Become a member today to get that incredible newsletter. It comes out Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time via the YouTube alert system and the LALATE alert system, which is also free. You want to become a member because it features the 6 places you reach out to, the key words you say, the words that you, the letter from Treasury about the big money for rent. And it also features the 5 nonprofits. Learn about that and then apply the information. There's always someone that will likely be in the chat that's not a member, and they'll say, I reached out to one place and I did this and I did that. And you notice when you read what they write, it's not what I talk about. It's a version of what I talk about. Versions of what I talk about, sort of in the universe or the paraphrasing what I talk about, does not usually result in people getting money. It's sort of doing their version of what I said. It's very, very specific. You got to do it a certain way, and it works that way. That's why Johnny got so much money. He listened very specifically to this is how you do it and how you amplify it. We've had a lot of viewers amplify it as well. We've had Larica who got wood for her utilities when I only cover water and gas and electric. We have viewers getting medicine for from the nonprofits. There's ways to expand what I teach you, but there's no place or realm to really take it and do less. You have to do at least what I say or more. So consider becoming a member today, and there you go. Meantime, coming up on Holidays LA this coming week, you are going to see a field trip off to the Christmas tree park. You're going to see on Holidays LA this coming week. My visit to the Christmas tree park for year 2. Last year was featured on this channel, and it showed you how to prepare going to the tree park, how to buy at the tree park, and how to prepare after the tree park for bringing it into the household. Very, very important across the board, and also important to tune into Holidays LA. It's coming up at 11 a.m. today. It has been really a jaw-dropping hit show. It is Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. live on air, and on the weekends at 11 a.m. on replay. It is a great show that starts with this coverage, and the second half of this video, it covers everything holidays, decorating, food, decor, everything that's fun, everything you want to know. Here again is that trailer from Holidays LA, and enjoy the delightfulness of Santa and surfing.